Female musicians and artists often face some challenges while trying to make a living in the industry. Late night shows, unpaid gigs, and constant criticism from fans and record labels are realities for many of them. Luckily for these female artists that we'll be showing you today, their efforts have tremendously paid off. And not only did they create a household name for themselves from the music industry, but they've also created their own business empires on the side. Welcome to Deep Luxury. This is part 2 of our 2-part series, The Richest Female Artists in the World. So, if you missed part 1, do make sure to check it out in the link description below, because we discussed a female artist who had the money and power to clone her own dead dog. Crazy, huh? Let's not waste a minute longer and get this thing going. At number 5, we have Beyonce. Beyonce isn't the wealthiest female vocalist in the world, but she does have some of the most expensive taste in luxury we've seen. Queen Bee's net worth is reported to be approximately $500 million. Yet thanks to her husband Jay-Z, she can still enter the billionaires club and live a life that would make any oil tycoon or Arab sheik envious. Beyonce Knowles first rose to prominence as a member of the group Destiny's Child, but her solo career was immediately more successful. She's not just a phenomenal singer, but also an accomplished dancer, songwriter, actress, and businesswoman. Beyonce's documentary contract with Netflix reportedly earned her $60 million. Additionally, she owns a popular fragrance brand, adding to her wildly successful repertoire. With her vast fortune, it's no surprise that she can afford luxuries that most people can only imagine. She has a closet full of brand new, extravagant clothing, handbags, shoes, and jewelry, and her house of Bourgeois Comtesse de Stilettos are worth $311,000 and are covered in 1,310 diamonds. You'll also find diamond-studded pacifiers, costing around $2.5 million, which is among Beyonce and Jay-Z's expensive purchase for their 3 kids. We can only hope that these expensive accessories were worth it and resulted in fewer tears. Fourth on our list is Dolly Parton. The American singer, songwriter, record producer, actress, and businesswoman is one of the wealthiest women in the entertainment industry, with a net worth of $650 million. Dolly has been honored with numerous achievements and is held in high regard by her fans. She has made a lasting impression on contemporary music throughout her 60-year career. Meanwhile, Dolly has recently revealed that she invested $10 million from royalties she received from Whitney Houston's cover of I Will Always Love You into an African-American community in Nashville, with her being the original songwriter for it back in 1973. She could have easily purchased an ultra-luxurious and modern palace, but she clearly decided against it in favor of helping the community. Gotta love that about her. The singer has a deep affection for antique cars, especially Cadillacs. Her favorite vehicle is a 1997 Cadillac D'Elegance. The car was kept and driven by Parton for over 10 years until it was given its proper home in the Hollywood Stars collection in Gatlinburg, Tennessee. Once Parton had made her donation to the museum, she went out and brought a brand new Cadillac Escalade hybrid. She also owns a Chevrolet Camaro, which she enjoys driving almost as much as her Cadillac. She's also a huge supporter of charity events and gave $1 million to Vanderbilt University for their coronavirus research and vaccine development against COVID in 2020. Fun fact, by the way, did you know that Dolly Parton has her own amusement park called Dollywood in Tennessee? It hosts spectacular festivals for each of the 4 seasons. During the spring season, it showcases the Festival of Nations, where every performer and artist around the globe are invited to attend and enjoy activities, such as indulging in mouth-watering barbecue and listening to free concerts by other famous musicians, as the park transitions into summer as barbecue and bluegrass. Additionally, Dollywood's Harvest Festival celebrates the changing of the seasons with bright pumpkins, soothing gospel music, and incredible handmade goods. And then during November and December, Smoky Mountain Christmas is a must-see, as more than 5 million lights as well as fantastic holiday shows, such as Christmas in the Smokies, convert the park into a winter wonderland. It's quite a treat for everyone. So if you're interested in checking this park out, then you might want to plan your next family vacation in Dollywood. Next, we have our Titanic singer, Celine Dion. For Celine Dion, we can't precisely determine which qualities of hers is most amazing. Is it her incredible singing ability or her $800 million plus wealth? Nonetheless, the Canadian pop star's extraordinary voice was responsible for her success, setting her apart from the other artists on this list. She may have received some money from her late husband's record label, but she has primarily succeeded on her own. Even though Celine did not come from a wealthy background and was one of 13 children, we're very certain that she was never bored or lonely growing up. But since she grew up in such a large family, we're quite sure Miss Dion wants a space of her own, and thankfully, she has saved enough money to buy a suite in her own Montreal mansion, which cost an estimated $29 million. While that was a good investment, she also had a $20 million house on Jupiter Island, which she later flipped and sold for an $8 million profit. The lady also has a second, smaller home in Cuba that she purchased for a more reasonable $2 million. And it's easy for your jaw to hit the floor and crack a chin on the floor once you take a peek inside of Celine's garage, an impressive collection of luxury vehicles, which include a Rolls-Royce Corniche, a Mercedes-Benz S-Class, Maybach 62, Audi R8, Bugatti, and Chevrolet C4 Corvette. But Celine Dion's favorite property isn't parked in the garage. It's a private Bombardier Global Express aircraft that costs about $14 million for the base model, and it's her constant travel BFF. Second on our list is the queen of pop herself, Madonna. It's unlikely that Madonna could have predicted that when she released Material Girl in the 80s, she'd be worth $85 million by age 40. It's not surprising, considering that the American music icon has earned over $300 million and sold over 300 million albums throughout her career. But there's no doubt about it, the Material Girl knows how to live large. She makes sure that she doesn't miss out on the finer things in life, such as having her own art collection that cost around $100 million. She really is living in her own material world. Besides that, she also has a significant real estate portfolio, including a $9 million mansion in Portugal, a $7 million apartment in New York, and her most prized possession, a $23.5 million deluxe duplex overlooking Central Park, all of which she purchased with her own money. That, however, is not even close to the elegance of her $32 million mansion. As far as high-end vehicles go, Madonna has a collection of them, including 3 that cost more than $100,000 each. However, the Maybach 62S that she keeps in her garage is her crown jewel, and we can definitely understand why. And finally, at number 1, the one and only Rihanna. Is it in poor taste to point out that Barbados' most well-known product is a woman who became a billionaire before she turned 35? Possibly, but Rihanna wouldn't care. With a net worth of $1.7 billion, it's easy to ignore the critics. The pop sensation is a true phenomenon. She is the youngest member of the top 10 wealthiest female singers in the world, and has become one of the top 10 richest people in the world. Naturally, you can accumulate over $2 billion with sales of 60 million albums units sold since the beginning of her career in 2005, and an additional 215 million digital tracks sold worldwide. It takes business savvy and perseverance to get to the ranks of the world's 16th wealthiest woman. Her high-end makeup line, Fenty Beauty, is the primary source of her wealth. The company's net profit was almost $550 million in 2020, a year later, and Rihanna's 30% stake in the Savage X Fenty lingerie line was worth a staggering $1 billion. Like other countless rich folk, Riri has invested in extravagant mansions as well, and being the brainiac that she is, she films music videos at these mansions for later resale. She spent about $75 million on real estate in Beverly Hills in LA throughout her lifetime. This pop star also hasn't forgotten her roots either. She has a $22 million condominium in an ultra-luxurious hotel complex on her native island of Barbados, an investment worthy of Barbados' national hero. It's no secret that Rihanna has an elegant car collection, including a Porsche Turbo 99S convertible, a Rolls-Royce, and a $400,000 Maybach. And while the Caribbean Queen's Lamborghini Aventador is undoubtedly a valued item, it pales in comparison to her wardrobe, which is worth tens of thousands of dollars. Rihanna has a knack for putting together some of the most appealing outfits together, a swagger that instantly demands attention. She takes great pride in her appearance, in addition to the jewels and gem collection she owns. Obviously, that doesn't come cheap, but we bet you didn't expect the price tag of these things to be worth more than $40 million. Gosh, when you look at how well these women are doing, the answer to Beyonce's question, who run the world, becomes painfully clear to us. So, based on our top 10 list, which of these female pop stars would you love to spend an entire day with? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, hit the like, subscribe, and bell button to see more of our luxurious and extravagant episodes. See you in the next one.